I can say, yeah, our generation would have done things differently. We would speak more, we would protest more, and things like that. But then I don't know if we would actually be able to do it. In Georgia, in Gori, where Stalin was born, there is a museum of Stalin where you can see all the pictures of Stalin, his home where he grew up, and you can see that this museum was built for idolizing Stalin. You see big pictures of him everywhere. And these pictures look so similar, all of them. Like almost there is no art in it, like no soul. There was no culture of art, and there was everything defined, and you could just you wouldn't have freedom in art, which is already in itself a big, I don't know, like it's something that goes against art, because art is to show the freedom, right? It's like you have to express things that you feel, and if you can't do that, then it's not art anymore. So that's why I was saying before that these pictures, that these paintings don't look like art to me. So because they had to do it in a certain way, they had to depict certain things, and so that's already something that defines communists to me, like not having freedom to express what you want to express. Because we do have so much more resources. We have history books, we have films, we have, I don't know, like a lot of things that tell us, yeah, we should have done something differently. But at the same time, I don't know if we were there instead of our parents or our grandparents, if we would be doing something differently than they were doing. This company still exists. Yeah, we used it many times to go to different places. Chedog, it's called Chedog. It's like a tourist, like they organize tours in different countries in Europe, or maybe even outside, I don't know. But even my family used it many times. History is almost like a life of a person. Like when we make mistakes, we don't want to repeat the same mistakes. We don't want to stay at the same place. We want to develop, right? So I think that's why we do need to look back and study history and analyze history. I think analyzing history is more important than just studying the facts. I've heard a lot about the repression time when they would be sent to Siberia or to labor camps, and the families were split apart because of that. And I can understand why people wouldn't be able to stand for themselves and talk out loud about the evils of communism because of the fear, and fear is the worst enemy of anyone, really. They could have maybe I don't know what they could have done actually better than they did. Our parents' generation, maybe they could have been more active in, protesting against the regime, or just spreading the word if they understood that something was wrong, In the beginning, when I was maybe in the first grade or so, we did have these kind of desks, similar kinds of desks, yeah. And then they changed it. You can see this poor little girl is wearing not very childish clothes. That's already so terrible. I remember my mom telling me how much she hated this kind of uniform. I would rebel, yeah. I would, at least one day I would come without this scarf on my neck, and maybe I would be sent back to home, but I don't think children of that age should be even aware of the politics, or that's already a sign of brainwashing in a way, right? I always knew how bad the totalitarian regime is from the history textbooks, from, I don't know, the films, but here I just saw so many examples of the very stale, almost disgusting artworks that are hanging around the museum, and I just don't want to be surrounded by those things. Maybe it would even be better to die escaping than to live in such a regime. This is what I'm thinking right now, but then again, I don't know what I would have done if I were there. Right now I'm hearing dogs barking and someone maybe escaping, running. I don't blame people who wanted to escape from this regime. Like these sounds are very, really touching and intimidating.